Step number 4, schedule 4 good parties. Schedule 4 boom parties. This is my favorite part. Let me tell you why this is my favorite part. The reason this is my favorite part, because I remember in the early days when Mr. Holdenbach was explaining the philosophy behind scheduling 4 boom parties. And remember, everything that we do it on purpose. Everything that we do it for a reason. If we tell you to schedule 4 boom parties or 4 good parties, it's for a reason. Eventually you're going to have enough people that you're going to schedule 4 parties with 4 different people, and you're going to run with those people. And we're going to get into that in a little while. But let me tell you why this part is the most, probably not the most important. Everything is important, but the most exciting for me. Here is where I can get to see the people. See Carla Marin there with a group of people. I want to tell you a little story about when I was building the other company. I went to Los Angeles, and I started working with a friend of mine, and I went 4 levels deep within the first couple of days, and I found a lady in my 4th level. Third level. I found a lady in my 3rd level, and I was doing a meeting, and there were about 10 people in the room. And right before I finished up the meeting, I raised my hand and I asked, how many people would like to have another meeting just like this one, but in your own home? 5 people raised their hand. 5 people. So I scheduled 5 meetings for the next 5 days. And for the next 5 days, I did the same thing. I asked the same question. I asked them, who would like to have another meeting just like this one, but in your own place? People always raise their hand. You know what? For 90 days, I did that 90 days. I went from house to house to house to house to house to house. And in 90 days, we broke a diamond. That's how I went from diamond to blue diamond. From house to house. I went to a house, I scheduled a meeting for another house. I got to the house, I scheduled a meeting for another house. And the people that I was working, I used to bring them to the meeting. Eventually, people will start duplicating what you do. What you have to do if you want to have fast result, is to process a lot of people in a short period of time. And sometimes you wonder why somebody comes into the business and they go from 0 to sapphire in 30 days, or they go from 0 to ruby in 30 days, or they go from 0 to diamond in 90 days. And you wonder, how come they go diamond so fast? Well, they had a lot of people in the process, all those people in a short period of time, and they are grouped to the same. That's what happens. There are no surprises. If you have a large list and you process that list in a short period of time, you're going to have the same results, but you have to do it. So remember that good parties stand for get out of debt. And when you do this and you start helping people get out of debt, they not only are appreciative with you for giving the opportunity, but for giving them freedom. And you have to practice. You have to practice freedom as well. That's why dream building is so important. I remember the other day Mr. Holdenbach was saying, freedom must be practiced before you experience. Write it down. Freedom must be practiced before you experience it. And right now we have the opportunity to free a lot of people, because there's a lot of people out there that they're hurt, and we had that opportunity. So on the first step, you're going to schedule 4 good parties. And what you're going to do there, you can use the I decide presentation if you don't know how to present, or you can invite your sponsor to do the first couple of presentations for you. But eventually, if you want to create a great organization or large organization, you have to start doing your own good parties. But this is my favorite part, because here is where you're going to be identifying who is the next person who's going to be working with you, and who's the next person who's going to be doing the next good party with you.